Hey everybody, welcome back. So recently a company named that right there, ULiXWH, I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce that, reached out to me and asked me if I would like to test their car jump starter with air compressor, model K2. This is supposed to be a jump starter with an air compressor and also, of course, will be a power bank. And I'm reading their description from the Amazon website on my phone here. They claim it has 40x rate battery cells. I'm not really sure what that means. 3250 amp, 150 psi, good for up to 9-liter gas and 8-liter engines. Let's get it out of the box and take a look at it. I have not looked at it yet, so I'm going to have to cut the seals and take a look at it, and we'll try the power bank a bit, but mainly we're going to worry about the jump starter and the air inflator. Oh, it comes in a nice zippered case, nice large zippered case. This is not your little bitty normal car jump starter. Let's take a look at it here. I'm working around the camera, sorry. Trying not to bang the camera. Well, that is a very nice box, and here is your typical smart clamp thing, and here is, I'm guessing the battery is in this unit, and it'll have some charge in it probably, but we will fully charge it. Looks like this is where the smart clamp goes. Yeah, this is where your smart clamp plugs in, and it is keyed so it can only go in one way. Apparently you don't need to have this connected to it, which is going to be the air inflator, and that looks like it slides onto here, so that's what this end is for. That slides on right there, and there is our settings for our inflator. What else comes with it? Here is a short attachment hose to get, one end will attach to your valve stem. The other end, I'm assuming, attaches to right there. We have a USB-C charging cable. The little inflator parts you'll need to inflate balls and air mattresses. And we have a set of instructions. Let's take a look at our set of instructions. Hoping that's going to focus for us. What's in the box? Okay, specifications, model K2, material aluminum alloy, input 5 volts 2 amps, output 5 volts 2 amps. Battery capacity 74 watt hours. There's the size. Press the power button before using the jump starter or air compressor to power on. 3 minutes of inactivity will automatically power off. So there is a bunch more information. It seems to be well written, big enough for me to see, which is nice. I mean, it's not huge, but at least it's big enough for me to see. And more about the air pump on this side. Some maintenance, some button descriptions, and some usage. All right, so I'm going to get it fully charged up, and we will take it out, and we will see how well it works. I don't have a big V8 or a diesel engine to test this on, but I do have a 4.0-liter Jeep straight 6 engine. Not the easiest or the hardest engine to crank over. It shouldn't have any problem with this. It sat and charged all night, so I know it's probably flickering, but it shows all 4 little LEDs of signal strength. So on this vehicle, I have the distributor disconnected so that it will not start. I've got the battery disconnected. Let's see if it will crank it without the battery connected at all. So I'm going to connect the negative clamp up to the negative battery cable, and then I am going to connect the red up to the positive cable. We should get a beep and we should turn green here, solid, and then we'll have 30 seconds to crank it. So I got that. We are solid green. I should have 30 seconds to crank it. Looks like it'll sit there. So let's see how long it'll crank it, and go from there. Let's disconnect it. I'm showing one red light here. Let's disconnect it all. Let's reconnect it, and let's see if it'll crank it anymore. I mean, that would have easily started it. Multiple times probably, by the way. This engine is not difficult to start. Now let's plug it back in. We're blinking red and green again. Let's connect it. Showing green. Let's see if it has anything left in the tank. Oh yeah, lots left in the tank. Let's try it one more time. It's still showing green. I'm going to disconnect it. I'm going to connect it again. And I just want to reset the smart clamp is the only reason I'm doing that. We're showing green. Let's see if it can crank it one more time. Yeah, no problems at all. No problems at all. This would start this vehicle multiple times without any issues. I'm going to have to plug the distributor in and start it because it's been squirting fuel down it. So let's plug it in and let's start it up normally just to get all that fuel cleared out of the throttle body. And for some reason now the regular battery doesn't want to crank it. That's interesting, isn't it? It's always fun. I don't think the regular battery's stone dead. Well, shockingly enough, it looks like the regular battery is stone dead. I'm not sure what's up with that, but hey, we got a jump starter out here. Let's jump start it. I can't imagine why that battery is stone dead. I mean, I must have left something turned on. So let's see if we have one more in it. I can't imagine we don't. And all right, we beep, we're showing green. Let's see if we can get it started. Okay, there we go. I guess my battery was stone dead. That's 4 starts on this, so I'm pretty impressed for such a small unit. When you power the air compressor on, it shows that it has PSI and bar, but it seems to default to bar every time. If I press this mode button, there's a car that says bar. Then I switch again, I get a motorcycle that says bar. I switch again, I get a bicycle that says PSI. I guess these are just preset settings for things. And then a ball that says 8 PSI. If I press plus or minus, it changes the preset. I guess it will stop at a preset. I'm guessing pressing the power button again once will start it. That is correct. There seems to be no way to switch, to force it to switch between bar and PSI other than changing the mode. So you can go over to bicycle setting and put it on PSI, I guess. I guess that works. I'm now out at my Jeep. This is a 225/70/15 tire. I normally keep these at 36 pounds. And I don't know if you can see it, but current pressure is 25. So I want to get these back to 36. So I press this middle button until I got to PSI. And it's very hard to see out in the sun, but then again, so is everything. And of course, every time I come out here, the loudest vehicles in the world go by. So I'm going to keep pressing this until I get to the PSI. And you'll see currently the preset's 45. So I'm going to lower the preset to 36 because that's where I want it. And we'll see how long it takes it to raise it up. And I just took it off the charger. Let me see if I can display the battery strength for you. There it is. Don't know if you can see that, but all 4 of its little LEDs are lit. I have a stopwatch over here. So I'm going to press start. And I'm going to start my stopwatch. And we will see how long it takes before it shuts off. I'll probably speed it up right here so you don't have to sit through the whole thing. Okay, we're at 36. Should shut off. There we go. Okay, 6 minutes and 6 seconds before it shut off at 36 psi. It's just, ow, it's hot. The hose itself is very hot, and the tip down here where there's some metal is also very hot, but the pump itself is not hot, and the battery is not even warm. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. In fact, that was actually pretty decent. So there you go. That is my test and review of the ULiXWH battery jump starter and tire inflator. Sorry, I cannot pronounce that. ULiXWH. Sorry for the mess on my bench. I'm right in the middle of rebuilding the power steering pump in my old Jeep. But I was impressed with this. I think the battery jump starter did far better than I expected it to, considering I've got bigger, supposedly more powerful ones that don't work as well. I was really impressed with that. The tire inflator certainly works. It's not something you're going to want to take rock crawling with you to pump 4 large, 37-inch tires from 10 psi back to 32. But for what it is, I think it worked really well. It had no problems going from 25 to 36 psi. I'd probably give it time to cool off in between if I had more than one to do, but it worked really well. I also like the case it comes in. Everything fits in its own spot. There's no just trying to cram it all back into a bag that it will never ever go back in like it did when it was wrapped up from the factory. So I really like it. Thanks to ULiXWH for sending this out, and thanks to you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.